Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Today I wanted to share with you guys all the products I took with me on our recent trip. We did recently go out of town. We went to Tennessee and then we had a little trip to Williamsburg. So we had quite a few little stops in between and everything like that. Well, not really. We had two places we stayed and then it was just some travel time and things like that. But we were gone for over a week, so I took quite a few things with me, and instead of showing you guys what I took with me before I went, I thought I'd show you guys this way. That way there I could tell you guys the things that I actually used. So for me, this will be helpful later on when I'm packing, so I can know like hey, you didn't actually use that product, so don't take that next time. Maybe it's not as useful as you thought it was going to be. So let's get into this. So the first thing I have is my makeup bag. So I took this makeup bag. This is a Victoria's Secret makeup bag. I've had it for a very long time. It holds a lot and I love it to travel with because it like folds up and it's super easy to use. Right now it's a little messy. It has everything down inside of here like this. So I'm gonna pull everything out and then tell you guys everything I took. So the first thing I took, of course, is tweezers and little Q-tips. So I took those just because, I mean, we all need those, right? So the next thing I took is two beauty blenders. I ended up only using one. I took the purple one here, which is an actual, I think that's an actual beauty blender, but I'm not positive. I don't even know anymore. And then this one right here, which I recently used because I used all of my makeup that I have in my bag here today to use to get ready with. So I used this one right here, and I think this is an e.l.f. one. This is really nice. I really like this one. It's very soft. I like the pointed tip to it. I like the little flat angle to it. It works really well. It's like gets really big too because it was about the same size as this, and it definitely increases in size quite a bit. So that was a really good tool to have with me, and I just washed it out and everything. I didn't take anything to wash my tools with, but what I did was just use hotel bar soap, which I found to be a really good tool to clean my sponges with. That came super clean, super easily, so that was great. The next thing I took is for my face. I took the Vitamin Enriched Face Base by Bobbi Brown. This was really nice. Now I know why everybody raves about this product. It's very, very thick, but it hydrates your skin in a way that it's not like overly hydrated. It just gives your skin that extra hydration that it needs, especially for me with my dry skin. Love this. So far I have absolutely loved using this, and I used it the entire time we were going on vacation, so it was great. The next thing is something else that I took that is a very favorite of mine. This is the Lancome Benefit. It's the sunscreen. So this is the SPF 50. So you're supposed to shake this because if you can tell in here it's got like a little ball or something to help shake the product around and get it mixed together really well. This works really well with my skin because it doesn't cause breakouts. I can wear this underneath my makeup, which is what you should be doing anyway. You should put this on underneath your makeup. I had a subscriber tell me that when you're doing your skincare routine, that you should, first thing you should put on is your sunscreen. Let that touch your skin, not let anything else go in between it. So this was really helpful. It's a very thin consistency. It has a sunscreeny smell, but it's not bad or anything like that, but it was just great. So love that. I didn't want to burn my skin or anything, so the next thing I took is some lipsticks. Actually, I can only see one right now. And it's the ColourPop. I do have the other one sitting out somewhere because I did use everything to get ready with today. So this is the ColourPop, the Come On Sis shade. This is the one with the this is the one in collaboration with Makeup by Shayla. So here's the color looks like. It is so pretty. I love that it's more of a satiny type of lipstick because I don't like matte lipsticks. I think the matte trend is just about had it, honestly, because I don't think many of us like the matte trend. It's just too drying. And of course I took my new makeup eraser, which basically I only used it to wipe off like things, makeup on my lips or something like that. I didn't use it to actually cleanse my face with because I use a tool to cleanse my face with, which I don't think I brought in here. I didn't put it back in my bag to show you guys. I brought my Ferulic. I used that to cleanse my face with. But anyway, moving on. So as for concealer, I used my Urban Decay Naked Skin. This is my favorite concealer. This will probably be my holy grail concealer forever, honestly. I feel like it does great for my dry skin. I did recently turn 40 and it doesn't make my under eyes look more aged or anything like that. It's just a great concealer. I love it. It's not super full coverage, but I don't need anything super full coverage. I just want something to kind of get rid of any kind of darkness that I have going on. Not all of it, of course. It's not going to. Sorry, guys. As far as foundation goes, I took the IT Cosmetics Your Skin But Better CC Plus Color Correcting Full Coverage Cream. This one looks like it's been through the ringer, like it's peeling off and everything, but it's fine. It works really well. I love this product. This is something that I definitely take whenever I go on vacation because it's got the SPF built into it, even though I know like a lot of people say that the makeup with SPF is not that great. So But anytime you can add an SPF if you think it's working, even if you're using another SPF, to me that's good. So this is a really good foundation. It does give your skin like a dewy look. I find that it looks a little gray on my skin, and I don't know exactly why, because when you pump it, it doesn't look super gray or anything like that. But when I put it on my skin, for some reason when I'm using it, I find that my skin looks a little grayish, and I don't know why it does that. Do you see the gray tone to it? I don't know what it is about it that it always makes me feel like my skin looks a little gray when I use it. But it's good because if you're having had a redness, it will kind of get rid of the redness. The next thing I took is, I'll go through the brushes last. I'll set those to the side. I'm kind of pulling everything out as we're doing this. More brushes. I took another lipstick. This lipstick right here is an e.l.f. lipstick. So this one right here is a newer one in my collection. This is the Beautifully Bare, and it's in the shade Touch of Berry. This is really nice. This was on my lips today. It's more or less not really it's not like thick on my lips. I just kind of touched it on my lips. That's how I kind of like my lipstick, because I don't like a full opacity on my lips, even though this is more of like a thinner consistency anyway, so it's not going to be like really opaque, but it's just a really great lipstick because of the formula is very nice and creamy, very good on my lips because it feels a little hydrating. Sorry guys, my voice is a little bit off today for some reason. And then the next thing I took is some mascaras. I took 2 mascaras with me. I took my small IT Cosmetics Superhero. I found that the small IT Cosmetics Superhero is better than the large IT Cosmetics Superhero. I don't know why, but I just think that it does work better. Then I took my Stila Huge Extreme. Both of these are Holy Grail mascaras, but I find that they both work better in like the smaller forms, like the deluxe travel sizes. So those were with me, and I love both of those. They're both almost getting towards where they need to be tossed, because they're getting kind of old now. Some more brushes. I didn't take a lot of brushes, but I feel like I just keep pulling brushes out. The next thing I took is a little travel mirror. This is a great travel mirror. It's just a small one, and it has like a regular side, and then it has one that's more of like magnified, so your face is magnified. But then it also has lights built into it. I don't know if you can see that when I cut it on. It's got lights built into it. So that works really well for traveling. I love this little mirror. I think I got that at Ulta. I'm pretty sure it was Ulta that I purchased that from. The next thing I took is something for my lips because we were going to be out and about walking around and things like that. So I took my Sun Bum lip balm. This is the one in the banana flavor, or banana scent flavor actually. It smells so good. It definitely smells like bananas. I love the Sun Bum line. I think it's just a great skincare line for like as far as sunscreen and things like that. Next thing I took is the Urban Decay All Nighter Makeup Setting Spray. I just took a little deluxe one because I figured I wasn't going to go through more than this in a week's time. This is a really good setting spray. I used this for our wedding that we went to, and we were out in the rain, and it was great. My makeup did not go anywhere, so this is a great setting spray in my opinion. The next thing I took is the Kat Von D ink liner, and this is the one in Trooper. This is the one that everybody talks about. I like this liner, but honestly I feel like the Stila, I don't know what it's called, but there's a Stila liner I feel like works just a little bit better than this one. This one I found for some reason, I don't know if it's because this one's getting old, but I feel like it drags just a little bit on me, and I don't feel like it used to do that. It might be just the age of this. It might be time to toss it. The next thing I took is the Kat Von D. This is the Super Brow, and I have the shade Taupe. I love this. I was sent this by Influencer just to try it out and see what I thought of it, and honestly I love it. I know some people are saying that they don't like the consistency of it and that it goes on very thick and moussey, but I find that I can work with this very easily, and I am not good at brows. I am not a brow expert whatsoever, so I find that it works really easily for me, and I'm not good with pomades or anything like that, so I don't think it's too bad. The next thing I took is my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I use this as my eye primer. So here's my MAC Painterly Paint Pot. I think it's about time to toss this, honestly, because it's getting pretty old. I might try putting the, oh my gosh, what is the name of it? It's the drops that you can put in it. I think I'm going to try that because it's starting to get a little dry. The next thing I took is a lip gloss. This is the Anastasia lip gloss in the shade Saint Tropez. Saint Tropez. So here's what it looks like. It's a really pretty lip gloss, but it definitely has some opacity to it. So it's really nice and pretty for summer. So hang on, let me wipe that off. It's not too sticky either in my opinion. The next thing I took are 2 eye creams. So I took the Clinique Pep Start eye cream. This is my favorite. It's almost empty though, so I was worried that I'd run out, so I brought the other one, which is this one right here. This is the Ola Hendrickson, the Banana Bright eye cream. This one's really good too. I don't think it's the best I've ever tried, but anything to give me hydration under my eyes before I do my makeup helps me out some, because I know my eyes underneath, they just need that hydration because I am 40, so I need something, and besides that I do have very dry skin. Now we're moving on to like the more powdery type products. So I took the Hourglass. This is the Hourglass Ambient Metallic Strobe Lighting Palette. So here's what it looks like on the inside if you've never seen it before. It is such a beautiful palette. I love this for highlight. I love it for inner corner highlight. I know a lot of people say that this is not like super, this is the metallic one. So they're not, they say that a lot of the Hourglass products are not super like bold, but this one is the exception in my opinion. I feel like this one's more bold, and so if you're looking for a more bold look, this works really well. The next thing I took is the Balm, the Take Home the Bronze. This is the little bronzer. I'm not sure that I love this. Let me show you guys a little thing about this. I'll get a little brush in here. It's very, very powdery. Can you see the powder? Like just tapping in here, and I'm barely tapping. It's super, super powdery, and like it's, I don't know if you can see it or not, but like even, it seems like the powder is not very pressed in there very well or something. I don't know. It's just, it's not my favorite so far. I've tried it out a couple times this past while we were away, but I don't know that I love it. So I don't know about that. The next thing I took is something that my friend sent me, Tony. She sent me this palette right here. This is the Dominique Latte palette. I love this palette. It's on my eyes today. This is such a gorgeous palette. Look at the colors in here. The colors are beautiful. I have this shade on today. I have this shade on, which I have on, what is the names? I can't even see. Double Shot Caramel. And then on the lid, I have Macchiato. Macchiato and Espresso. I have them mixed together on my lid. It's a beautiful palette. Honestly, I feel like this is a gorgeous palette. Thank you so much again, Tony, for sending me this. I am so enjoying this palette. Can't wait to do a full look with you guys to show you guys things that I've created with that little palette. The next thing I took is a blush palette. This is the Tarte Blush Bliss blush palette. So this is something that I think they're still selling on Ulta's website, I'm pretty sure. So it's got 4 different blushes in here that you can use. I love that you can get so many blushes in one little spot, and it doesn't take up much room when you're traveling with it. And it's a pretty case. Who doesn't like pretty cases? The next thing I took is a Huda palette. I took the Huda, the Gemstone Obsessions palette. I'm not so in love with this one, honestly, so far. So this one is not catching me, like, it's not making me as happy as I thought it would be. It's pretty, don't get me wrong, but I don't know, something about it just is not clicking. And the next thing I took is the Besame powder, and this one's in the Brightening Violet powder. So these are all translucent powders, but this one's violet, so it's like a purple color. I'll show you guys. If you can see in there, it's like a purple shade. So this is good for like if you have like sallow skin or whatever. So it's supposed to make your skin look a little bit brighter or whatever. So I really like that. I don't know that it works the best under my eyes. I find that it gives me a little bit of crepiness right in here, which is what I use today. So if you see the crepiness, that is what it's called. That's what's causing that. So I'm not sure I love it for under the eyes. The next thing I took is the Wet n Wild Creme Brulee. I use this to set all over my lid before I use any of the palettes that I took. This is just a perfect little thing to take, and it's so affordable. Like, this is what, like 90 cents? I have no idea why you would want anything better than this for setting your lids. It's perfect. I took my lash curler. So this is just a regular lash curler. I don't even know who makes this one. Can't even tell if there's a name on it or not. No, I don't think there's a name on it. But this is just a basic lash curler, so it's nothing fancy. Then also I took this little can right here. This is a little, it was the balm. It's the Balms Away. It's the stuff that you use to cleanse your makeup off with. I kept the container and I keep it full of little hair things. I have the little small plastic clear ones, and then I have my regular Invisibobbles, and then a little clip in here. So this works perfect for traveling with. So if you have something like this, definitely hold on to it because it works really good to travel with, so all your stuff's not floating around into your bag. So as far as brushes goes, we'll get into those very quickly. So I took this one right here. This is an Eco Tools brush. I don't know. This is a blush brush. I don't remember what I use it as, but I know I use it. I think I was just using it for blush, but it's a little too dense for me for blush. I feel like, especially with those Tarte blushes, because they have a lot of color to those. So this is just a little too dense for me for blush. I'm not sure what I'm going to use it as for the future, because this is like the first couple times I've tried this brushes out, and I'm like, not so in love with it so far. The next thing I took are 2 other bigger brushes. I took this one right here by Luxie, and this is another blush brush. Now this one works really well for blush because it's not as dense. It's definitely more softer and more like the bristles are looser. So you can apply your blush lightly, so you're not going in very deep and you won't look like a clown very quickly. The other bigger brush I took is this one right here. This is the Madison Miller SL Miss Glam brush, and this is the tapered blush brush. I took lots of blush brushes. I don't know. Oh, and I have this one as well. I have my Sigma tapered highlighter. I'm like, where'd my highlighter brush go? I use this one to contour with, like a little bit, kind of bronzing and stuff like that. I don't know what it is about her brushes from this line right here, the Madison Miller, but this one's not doing it as bad as some of my other ones. But down into the white part of the brushes, they're turning like orange, and I don't know what's going on with those, so that's a little weird. The Sigma tapered highlighter brush is the best highlighter brush I've ever had, in my opinion. I know not everybody uses Sigma because they're like thinking that everybody uses those for affiliate codes and things like that. I did not have an affiliate code or anything. I just purchased these and I really do love it. As far as single brushes, like smaller brushes, I took this one here by Tarte. Nope, this is a Sephora brush. So this is just a little flat brush that I took from Sephora Collection. Then I took this one right here. This is by Moda. So I took this one because I like to use this one to lay down my powder with on my eye, like my creme brulee. I like to use that for that. Then I took this one here by It Cosmetics. This was a pretty good blending brush, but it wasn't the best in my opinion. Then I took my favorite one. I love this one right here. This is the Glamour Dolls, and this is the Sperm Whale one. I think you can purchase this on their site for less than $5, so I think I might need to purchase another one of those because I just love that brush. Then I took the Sigma Small Tapered Blending Brush. This is perfect for getting into the crease because it's got that pointed little area right here, so it's perfect to put into your crease and blend that out. Then I took one of my favorites now. This is the Sephora Collection. These are the clear ones, but these are like the rubber brushes. So this tip here is not an actual brush, it's rubber. So it works really good with shadows that are like the Huda ones, so it picks them up very easily. So you can dab your brush in here like that, dab like that, and do you see how much pigmentation? Let me show you up close. Do you see how much product it picked up right there? Like, that's crazy. So, and it definitely puts on really well. So you can just tap it onto your eyelid and it doesn't go anywhere. Like normally with the other brush, you're going to blend it out some. This is just kind of like using your fingertip to put your eyeshadows on. I can't talk today. Then, of course, I took the Kat Von D. This is her number 70 brush. This is the one that you use with the brow pomade. This is the one that came with it when I got it from Influencer. I don't notice that this one makes as big of a difference as what I thought it would, because you can use any brow brush with that product, in my opinion. So that's all the makeup. So we're already like 17 minutes in. I'm not sure if I should just go ahead and break this into 2 different sections. I think that's what I'm going to do. So, oh, no, you know what? We're going to do a long video. We're just going to continue. So the other thing I took is this little bag here. This was as a Sephora bag. I'm not sure what it's called. It was like on sale at one time. But honestly, I left this and I couldn't find it anywhere. So this was all of my face masks. So I didn't get to use any of my face masking while I was gone. I kept looking for it. And then, of course, I found it underneath the seat when we got home. And I'm like, there they are. So didn't get to use those. Then I took this bag right here. This has all of my skincare and facial care products in it. So we're going to go through this bag. This is another Sephora bag. This one kind of folds up. I have it like overstuffed right now, so it looks like a big old burrito. So let's go through everything that's inside of here. So we'll go into the top section first. The top section I did mostly hair and like perfumes and things like that. So the top section I have the Rusk, the weightless hairspray for strong hold. I used this and I thought it was good, but I feel like it left my hair feeling stiff and sticky, so I'm not sure that I would take that on our next trip. The next thing I took is the Moroccanoil Dry Texture Spray. This was okay. I didn't find that it was better than any other texture spray that I've ever tried. It smells good, but other than that, I didn't find that it did much more. It didn't impress me much. The next thing is the Redken 25 Benefits One United little container here, this little spray. Now this is really good. I love this. It smells very, very good. I love taking travel styles like this when you travel because they're perfect. They're easy to store and things like that. And then I took some shampoo. I had 2 of these and I used one completely up while we were gone. I hope I brought back all my containers. I'm just realizing I don't see a container in here. Uh-oh. Anyway, I took 2 of these with us when we traveled and they worked really well. So that was great because of my hair being dyed blonde. I needed something to keep it refreshed. Then I took the Form Multitask Leave-In Lotion. This is a really good lotion as well for your hair. It definitely leaves your hair feeling softer. I love anything to make my hair feeling soft because my hair being dyed blonde definitely can feel like straw sometimes. Then, of course, I took some Moroccanoil. I took an excessive amount. I took 2 little bottles of it, which I probably didn't need that much, but with my hair being very dry, like I said, I like to have something to help make it look like it's not so dry. Give it the impression that it's, well, and it does definitely help to not make your hair so dry because it's an oil, so it's going to absorb into your hair, make it so it's a little bit more healthier. Then I took the Way Finishing Cream. This is a great cream as well. So these are all products so far that I think I would take again with the exception of the Rusk and the Moroccan Dry Texture Spray because they all worked really well for me. Then I took my Clean Skin perfume. I love traveling with this because it's a scent that I feel like is non-offensive to anyone. it just smells like you just took a shower, honestly. It smells so good. Coffee Break with Danny talked about this one time, and after she talked about it, I had to check it out, and then I fell in love with it. I don't know if I've purchased 3 or 4 bottles of this now, but I love this perfume. This is probably my holy grail perfume because it just smells so good on your skin. And like I said, I don't feel like it's offensive to anyone. The next thing is the Bumble and Bumble BB Don't Blow It Fine Hair Styler. So this is something you put in your hair after you've washed it, and you don't have to blow dry it. You can just kind of let your hair go. This is okay. I think it's a good product, but honestly, I didn't think my hair looked that great the next day, so I was like, I don't know about all that. Then we're going to pull open, this is my skincare bag. So this one actually detaches off. The other ones do not. So this one will detach off of here. So that's pretty cool. So if you want to like keep this one in a different spot or something. So this one has my glasses in it. So I have the container says Sigrid Olsen, but it's just a little pair of, what are these? Oh, these are Coach glasses. So these are the glasses that I wear. I'll show you guys what I typically look like with my glasses on. There we go. So can't really see much when I have them on though. That's the problem. Not with contacts. So I did take contacts as well. Then I took a bunch of these cleansing things that I talked about before that I purchased off of Amazon. These are a lifesaver, especially when you go to a hotel and you don't want to be like making their white towels all nasty with your makeup and things like that when you're removing it at nighttime. These are perfect because they're just dry little towels. You can use them to take your makeup off with. You can use them to just cleanse your face with. They're just perfect to use in my opinion. The next thing I took is my Differin Gel. You guys know this is holy grail for me right now. I'm almost out of this one. I need to purchase a new one. Actually, I think I already have one on back stock, so I think we're good. But this is great for me. It's helping to clear up my acne. My acne is nowhere near as bad as it used to be. I do have some acne scars, but that's not active acne. I don't have any active acne right now, which is great. Then I took these. I took the Peter Thomas Roth Max Complexion Correction Pads. It was a tongue twister. So these are 10 single-use pads. I used these only 3 times because I don't like to over-exfoliate my skin because my skin is very dry. I don't want to make it sore or make it like feel rough, or not rough, but just make it feel like it needs some hydration or something. Then I took these because I did have one little acne spot right here that broke out while I was gone. And these are the Peter Thomas Roth Blemish Clear Invisible Dots. And just remember when you use these to take these off the next day, because I have done this so many times where I've put these on the night before and then I get up the next morning and forget they're on and then just go about my day or my morning and then, yep, they're still on. So needless to say, when I was at the hotel, I hadn't washed my face yet and we'd gone down to breakfast. And this was still on my face, and I'm sitting at breakfast and I go back upstairs to wash my face and brush my teeth and all that and realize I still had the acne dot on my forehead. I'm like, good job, Tiff. The next thing I took is the Purity One Step Facial Cleanser. I love this facial cleanser because it's very gentle. It doesn't have a bad smell or anything. Like, it doesn't really smell like much at all. It has a little bit of a scent, but I wouldn't say it's overly scented. So for me, this is a great facial cleanser, and you can clean your brushes with it, though I didn't, but you can. The next thing I have brought is the belif, the True Cream Moisturizing Balm. This is one of my favorite moisturizers. I feel like this is the best moisturizer for dry skin. If you have very dry skin like I do, then you definitely need to check this out. It's a little bit of a thicker cream, but it's not so thick that it's hard to rub in or anything like that, but it definitely gives your skin some hydration that it needed. My skin is always in need of hydration. It's like a desert. The next thing I took is the Corrector Wild Rose. This is the oil. I love this oil. This oil is like holy grail for me as well as the belif. These are like holy grail items in my Differin Gel. But this smells really good. It definitely smells like roses because it's got real rose petals down into it. I don't know if you can see them or not, but it's got real rose petals into it. It's just a really good oil that I can put on at nighttime, and I feel like my skin definitely absorbs it. By the morning, my skin, I might look really greasy at nighttime, but in the morning I wake up and it's all absorbed into my skin and it looks much better than it did the night before. The next thing I took is the Dr. Dennis Growth little Ferulic Wrinkle Recovery Peel. So I use this one as well. These are really great. I need to purchase some of these because I think they're nice. It's a peel to help with wrinkles, but I'm not sure that it really helps. But I just like little things that help with your skin. Any kind of thing that helps. Then I took the Boscia Charcoal Deep Pore Exfoliating Peel Gel. This is okay. I think it's a good product, but I didn't really notice much of a difference in my skin versus not using this, so I'm not sure I would take that again next time. The next thing I took is the Corrector Vitamin C Brightening Sleeping Facial. Oh my gosh, guys, this is another thing that I definitely recommend. This is helping me to clear up my dark spots that I have going on in this area and in this area from my acne scarring. Oh, it smells really good. It's just a really great cream. I love this. It's fantastic. I have no things bad to say about it. It's just fantastic. Then I took my Dermadoctor Kakadu C. This is the 20% vitamin C serum with ferulic acid and vitamin C. This is a serum I use in the daytime. So I put this on before I put my makeup on and everything like that. It's an okay serum so far. I don't notice much of a difference in my skin tone or anything like that yet. So we'll keep using it. And then I took the Kate Somerville Exfolikate. I didn't even use this, so I can't say much. I love it, but I didn't use it because I used other exfoliating products while I was there. So that bag is empty. Now we're going to move on to the, is that all the sections? Oh, we have one more section here. So this is more like the body care products. So the first thing I took, you guys know that I recently switched over to the Dove for men, like the underarm spray. What is it? Deodorant. Oh my gosh, I can't even speak. So this is like really good. First of all, it worked really good for me. And then secondly, my son forgot his, so we could share. It's spray, so it's okay. The next thing I took is the Amazing Grace. This is the Satin Finish Body Oil Mist. Oh my gosh, guys. This smells so good. It smells like the Amazing Grace line, but it's an oil, and it just leaves your skin feeling very hydrated and so soft, and oh, I just love it. I love this oil. This is like really, really good. The next thing I took is the Philosophy. This is the Snow Angel Sweetly Falling Shampoo, Shower Gel, and Bubble Bath. I used this completely up while we were gone because you guys know I'm a savage when it comes to bath and body gels and things like that. This is a really good one. It smells very nice. It's not overly scented or anything like that, so you don't have to worry about if you get it in your downstairs area, it's not going to affect you. The next thing I took is a little travel bottle of my, this is the, oh my gosh, what's it called? Milkshake. The Milkshake Purple Shampoo. I love this because it definitely will help to brighten your hair. Just be careful not to leave it in too long, because I did notice the one day I left it in a little longer than I thought I had, and my hair turned a little bit of blue. So just be careful, don't leave it in too long. The next thing I took was in this container right here, and this is my L'Occitane. This is the L'Occitane Amande oil for the shower. So I use this in the shower to shave my legs with because it's perfect. It's like nice and hydrating for your skin for when you're shaving, and it smells amazing. So took that, but then I also took a little small one, so I had that one as well. Now it's empty. So I used all of my oil while I was gone. Then I took the Brazilian Boom Boom Cream. Oh my gosh, you can't travel anywhere without taking this, in my opinion. This is just a little small container. It smells so good. It smells like vacation. It just smells absolutely amazing. If you've never smelled this before, you need to. It just smells like vacation. The next thing I took is the Philosophy Amazing Grace Firming Body Emulsion. I didn't even use this because I used the Boom Boom Cream, so this is something I wouldn't take next time just because I know I'm going to prefer the Boom Boom Cream over that. Then I took the Amande Shower Oil. So this was the oil that you put on after the shower. I do apologize. That was the oil for after the shower, and this is my extra one for the shower, so I didn't use this one up because I used all of this. This was completely full. Then in this container right here, I have a hair mask. This is a, I don't even know what the hair mask is, honestly, but it's just a hair mask. It's like conditioner, so I just put some conditioner in these little travel containers. These are great to travel with because they are all perfect for flying with and things like that, but they fill up very easily, and they're easy to store because they're not going to bust or anything because they're like plasticky. So I really did like those. Then I took my shaver because I don't have a men's shaver on hand right now, so I just took this one right here. This is a Venus shaver, so of course when you're traveling you need to take a shaver. And that is everything in this bag. So that is everything I took with me while I traveled, and again, some things I probably won't take with me next time. Probably I will put my face masks in something differently because since I lost them and didn't get to use them at all. So that is everything I took. If you guys have any questions on any of the items I talked about today, just let me know. And let me know, what are some of your favorite items that you like to travel with? Do I travel with some of your favorites? Let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.